Gentlemen, as you can see here, we got an Exciter 440. So Spike and Spark have already got their lake cross rigs ready to roll.
I wouldn't say ready to roll.
Well,
but, yeah.
sorted out. So I was like, you know, I might as well, you know, get myself one. Found this Exciter. One of our buddies had it. Scooped her up. Good compression. You know, $130 both sides.
Yeah, yeah.
Look in the tank. Tank's pretty much dry. A little bit of residual on the bottom. I mean, missing the doghouse, but not a biggie. Oil bottle's not even cracked.
Right.
Tank, the cap isn't even cracked. The air bleeds, blows through on the car. Unbelievable. And the lines are actually pliable too. Like
probably the only reason that it probably does is because it had the airbox on it and never got corroded.
Correct.
That's where they get corroded.
Right, yep.
They get crap in those air bleeds and then they're junk.
Yep. So 78.
78.
Red and white.
Yep. You see the serial tag there?
So
the only thing I saw that was suspect was the splooge all over the side of the motor here. I mean, there's oil, guys, all over the side of it.
So we're gonna hope that that's from the oil bottle or the oil pump.
We're hoping.
We're hoping that's not a crank seal.
So we're gonna have to delete oil injection to run this as our lube bottle to lube the track slides on the lake because it's gonna be raw ice most likely.
Yeah, so this fitting will work perfect. We'll drill a hole right through the tunnel. You know, either through the guard.
Oh, she looks fragile, but she's got oil in it.
Yeah.
So it has to be holding oil. Yeah. It's just that looks...
Pre-mix the tank right away?
Yeah, we're gonna go in there, guys. I'll show you with my flashlight quick what's in the tank, but... You can see it's pretty clean. There's just a little bit of residual. So we're gonna just take a rag on the Chinese fingers and kind of wipe around in there, kind of get all that nasty oil out, and then we're gonna put fresh gas in. Pre-mix a little bit, of course. And we're gonna see if this thing runs with that carburetor. The only thing we gotta do is put the choke plunger back in place, which is in a jar of parts that we got with the sled. And the clutch guard's just off for time being. We have it right over to the right here. So other than that, we gotta do some weight reduction of removing some wiring for the heated grips. That's all Scotch lock, that looks terrible. The seat was not totally attached, so we gotta attach that with one bolt and some rivets on the side plates. Track has trail studs in the middle, which are actually kind of sharp. We're gonna be putting ice picks in the rest of the track. And then we gotta figure out the front end. The ski, you can see, is a little bent. And they might need a little bit of a toe end adjustment, but not terrible. We put new gas in it. We pre-mixed with some oil. Key is on, kill switch is up. We got the choke back in, the plunger. It actually moves too with the key. You can actually choke it, like legit. We spun the track, got it up on a screw jack, put the pipe springs for the header on. Throttle is freed up. We're gonna see if it'll run and see if it'll pull up gas on its own. The typical Yamaha rubber cap here is cracked pretty bad. So we'll see, you know, I think I got another one of those off of, you know, usually at the Enticers, the Phasers, they're all kind of the same. So I can put a new one of those in there. See if she'll, cause you have to keep it going with that. You want me to just squirt start or keep it running?
Sure.
Oh boy. We're gonna go with the old take two. I got the idle turned down a bit, and then we got the clutch guard on just for good measure. I should probably mark the oil bottle too. We're taking off. We don't have any screws in the shroud. Oh, all right. Take two. Hang under. Sure.
good. Didn't do shit. That was good.
Well, guys, I'd say a successful mission there. Doesn't run too bad. She's a little loaded up.
But we also did oil. It's probably oil injection. It's probably still working, and we remixed.
The choke would be stuck. Feels like it's seated in there pretty good. Yeah. God, that thing runs good. Guys, what a nice machine we got here.
It isn't even spittling out of here.
No?
I think we just gunk her up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll goop it up. We gotta get that track figured out.
Yep. Wow. We just did a couple 70-mile-an-hour pulls.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we opened. The clutches could be a little sticky too. Yeah. Clean those up.
We need to put that other pipe on there
We
once
need,
too.
we need a different belt.
Yeah.
New belt.
Man, she's got some spunk.
Down low, she's a little bit of a dog. I wonder if the airbox back on would help.
Yep. Well, we can test that out. It's easy to put back. All right. Well,
Oh, you got a running machine guy. Wow, we didn't have to.
things I was not expecting.
And we didn't have to like bust our ass. All the lights work and stuff. It's like
Everything works.
yeah,
Stitch the seat back up a little bit.
yeah. The only blemish is in the seats in the back corner here.
Yeah, get her a little stitchy back up and.
God, I think it's just a little bit. It cleans out though.
Oh yeah, once it up.
She cleans right out.
But it's also 30-something degrees.
Yeah, it's really rich.
But
How's it? Ooh, the throttle's getting a lot better. A lot better.
oh yeah, that's manageable now.
I'm sure the oil pump's working
And
too.
we're pre-mixed and the oil pump's working, so that's probably what's also fighting us.
Mm-hmm. We're a little
double
bit,
rich.
a little bit fat.
A little fat, technically lean on the.
Right, lean on the
lean
gas,
mixture,
but yeah.
gas mixture. Yeah, brakes desperately adjusted.
Yeah, so you can adjust this
Yeah, you tighten
right
that
here,
down.
and then you can also adjust the cable.
Yeah,
if
you
you
gotta
need to.
tighten this down.
But this is the main thing you want to adjust. Crack that loose, turn that in. That'll adjust your caliper. So,
Okay.
I'd say we did good on this one, I think. Hopefully. It starts up, runs pretty good. It engages quite low. It would be nice to get the engagement up a little bit, but I mean, that is one of the nicest airboxes, all the boots. All we gotta do is find a tank bezel, which I'm gonna go look for in a second.
Well,
Close her back up for next time.
till next week.
Let's take a look at the hood on this thing. I mean, it's
It
clean.
snaps right into the hinges
Yep.
or the rubber blocks.
Bumper is a 10 out of 10.
Faded, but man, no rips or tears.
Man, she's clean. Track just needs to get some hair burned off the sides.
Yep.
And some new slides, guy.
Get work.
I watched it pump gas instantly.
instantly. I've never seen something pull gas up that fast.
It was like, boom.
Well, those things have a huge tube in there, though.
Yeah. Well, we know
Sweet,
the fuel
man.
system's cherry.
All right.
Well, and it's only got 3,000 miles on it. That ain't
I don't
bad.
think that crank seal's bad.
It runs pretty strong. Usually they run lean.
Oh yeah.
You know, it just sounds a little rich. It could just, those plugs too.
The new plugs.
Oh, we never put plugs in it either.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's sick.
Wires in the garbage?
Yeah, I just cut those off. Still has some of the grip tape left on it too.
Yeah, they're not working.
Crazy. The only thing that's ripped is the handles, the grab handles.
The tunnel's clean too.
Very clean. Not a ding in that tunnel. Pan's clean. We'll work on the rest of it in the next 2 weeks. We'll get those brakes adjusted.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Other than
Lights
that,
work, everything works.
yeah, you don't even worry about your tail
That
lights.
ski ain't even that bad.
Nah, we'll straighten them out.
We'll straighten out though. Yeah.
God damn, this thing's nice.
We can't have it. We cannot.
Wow. Well, guys, this is going to be a cool little rig. Hopefully it turns out good in the end. We'll keep you updated as we finish it up for the lake cross and get a look at the other sleds here too.
Heck yeah.